Hey guys, it's Neil Schloss here. Welcome to my world. As you can tell, I've been doing these audio podcasts and finally was like, you know what, I can actually videotape myself. It's kind of a weird angle, watching myself. So I probably won't look at the camera. I'll look away a little bit because then, of course, I'll be more comfortable because watching myself on video seems a little weird. So I'm here with Bob Rakers. Actually, it's right here. Bob.
How are you?
That's Smiling Bob, as we call him. He's a great friend of mine. He's a financial advisor. He is an insurance broker. And we are trying different ways to get our message out. And it's not even a message, our message. I feel like our message is just a message of common sense. I am a big proponent, right? If I say words wrong, you have to excuse me. I'm really a mathematical genius and an English moron, if you want to say it. But I'm a big proponent of believing in yourself. More than you can imagine. I think that message alone, believing in yourself, goes a lot further with people because they might say they believe in themselves, but it does take a lot to really believe in yourself. Sometimes it's like an egotistical way or just a way that says, look, I am confident that I can do the things right that I'm doing. I can make other people think. I can be confident in getting up and speaking. That's one thing. It's funny. I was at a meeting one night and my sons came and I got up to speak on the mic and I sat down and my son looks at me and says, "Hey Dad, can I get up and speak?" And I said, 100% sure, you are 100% allowed to speak. So of course you saw the shining in his eyes, like, all right, I should do it. He's 4 years old at that time, and he, of course, I go, 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 and of course he slinks back in his seat and doesn't get up. And I keep telling him to this day, listen, Monroe, you can always get up and speak, because if you don't speak, no one's going to hear you. And if no one hears you, no one's going to learn from what you have to say. Because you should always feel that you have something important to say. You need to believe in yourself, which leads me to a question I ask them every night when they go to bed. I go into their bedroom, get on my knees, get as close to them, and I just whisper to them, who do you believe in? And they say to me, Dad, which right now they're learning. So they don't really know what that means, but in the long run, hopefully it will sink in and build their confidence and make them realize that they can take care of themselves. Because, of course, when you feel you can't take care of yourselves, you start to rely on someone else. And that reliance for a lot of people is turning into the government, statewide, local-wise, and most likely federal-wise, because federal is taking a power grab at everything. A power grab in every single area of life. What you eat, what you wear, what you put in your mouth. What else, Bob? Can you think of anything else?
What comes out of your mouth?
What comes out of your mouth? Yeah, what you say. Exactly. And it's funny because the Constitution, they put powers in there that said, look, you have the right to do certain things. And those certain things are pretty much anything that's freedom. Anything that does not harm anyone else. So, this book, the Constitution, is worth reading. And I usually say before you read this, read the Declaration of Independence. The Declaration of Independence deals with explaining why they fought for their freedom. And fighting for your freedom, takes a lot. My friends say I'm nuts, which I sometimes agree with. But I feel like I'm fighting for my freedom. Because I think people are trying to take a power grab at what is simply my right to speak, to bear arms, and I'm not a gun person. I mean, I've never had a gun in my life. I've shot a few guns. Ones were to protect myself when I was going to Alaska from bears. I can jokingly say I think the government's becoming a bear. So I'm trying to. I realize that the bear, you need a gun to protect yourself. And that's what probably they talked about in the Constitution. They were protecting themselves from their government. And that's why they said you have the right to bear arms. Also, like your private property rights. I mean, it seems like the more you own, the more government wants to come in and tax you on it. I mean, real estate taxes in New Jersey are out of control. I mean, it's a mortgage, it's a rent payment. I mean, it truly is. In New Jersey, for the people who are out there, I have clients that pay over $12,000 a year in real estate taxes. That is $1,000 a month. I mean, of course, I'm good at math, so 12 divided by 12 is 1. So it's $1,000 a month, which actually is a rent payment. So
just to have the right to live where you live.
Yeah, just have the right to live where you live. And Bob's going to interject because he's not used to me. He's used to me just babbling, and he listens, which is, I love when he does banter back with me because it makes me think more. But he knows I'm very good at babbling. So, and that's again the Fourth Amendment. I mean,
the right to babble.
The right to babble. No, that's the First Amendment, Bob. Okay, here, read this Constitution. All right, First Amendment. But again, Declaration of Independence talks about why they fought for their freedom. They talked about how the king had so much power over them that they fought for that freedom. And when they got it, they decided, hey, we need to write a constitution. And they debated it. They debated it long and hard. And they did not sign that into bill until they read it all. Okay, which ironically, this government doesn't read the bills anymore. They sign it into law, and then they say, let's read it and fix it, which to me, it's crazy. It's counterintuitive. So, I finally found a candidate that is running for office that talks the way I think. And it's completely the idea of believing in yourself. He wants you guys to gain your confidence back so that you realize that government is not someone there to take care of you because you, the individual, can take care of yourself. And from that, I've endorsed Ron Paul since the day I saw him debate because he spoke to me saying, you are the individual. You can take care of yourself. So I hope this sits well with others, and I'll post some other videos. But again, believing yourself is a big thing. So we as U.S. citizens need to start believing in ourselves and not think we have to rely on the government, because the Declaration of Independence fought for that. And then the Constitution codified it by defining what freedom is. And Dr. Paul has voted 27 years in office, totally 100% for what the Constitution stands for. So please vote for him in the Republican primaries and then vote for him for President of the United States. Thank you and good night.